The quarter where we see Eastern Suburbs on 3-6-24 leading Motowari 139. From the centre bounce, it's tapped forward here down to half forward line. Eastern Suburbs get a handball out wide. Running onto the ball for them now is Hunter. He couldn't do anything with it. Motowari kicked the ball down towards the 50-metre line. Going through now strongly for the Motowari side is Smith. Neil Smith kicks the ball towards the pocket. Over the line it goes. Out of bounds on the full. And we'll have a free kick to be paid to Eastern Suburbs.
Under a fair bit of pressure there, Neil Smith, as he took that kick. Waiting on the ball to come back. Here it is now. The fullback's going to take this one. Shane O'Brien down there deep in defence. Motowari into attack early in this quarter. He kicks the ball. Look at that hold up into the breeze. Up behind the pack. Good mark taken here. Lee Roberts. That's his second good grab of the day, Lee. Not bad in the air, this boys. He puts the ball on the foot. Lovely long kick into the corridor. Oh, he's going to pay the mark on the free kick. The free kick has been called by Barry Walker. And this is Trevor Anderson going to make amends for his missed kick at goal before, I'd suggest. He's well within scoring distance, Barry. He would only be about 35 metres out from goal.
Right now, Trevor Anderson for the Motowari side. Plenty of experience, comes in. Kicks, allows for the wind. It's brought it back. Yes, straight through the centre it goes for the goal to Trevor Anderson. That's a great start for the Motowari side in the second quarter. 2 minutes into the second quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. And Trevor Anderson's first goal for the day.
Was a great start to the quarter. They had that forward thrust, and Smith unfortunately put it out on the full under a bit of pressure, but when it went back, lovely mark taken by Lee Roberts, and his kick there's to score. Motowari 15 plays Eastern Suburbs 24 on the guest video production scoreboard, and we saw the lovely kick go in, and a good, well, would have been a mark anyway, but the free kick was paid, and Anderson boots his first goal in his 260th game. Bounce down, up they go. Perello goes up for Eastern Suburbs, run the hit out, but streaming out of the centre here is Smith. He's gone fire, he's had a long shot at goal. Smith, it's bouncing the wrong way. Down there close to the goal mouth, it won't go through, paddling it towards the boundary line. It is over now. Oops-a-daisy. Player there sat on his derriere. Was number 48. Can't pick him up, Barry. Have you got the number 48 number there for Motowari?
Yes, Seidel.
Seidel, there he is. I've got him. I just couldn't pick him up. There is Seidel. Had a bit of a chance, but out of bounds, and the young lady boundary umpire is going to put this one in.
Right, the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Bit of jostling in the ruck before the ball comes in. In it comes now. Not a very good throw. It's kicked off the ground here for Motowari. Socket further out now of defence by the Eastern Suburbs side. And the umpire's forced to move in and will ball it up.
Neil Smith on the bottom of that pack again with Jared Moran. He had a good second half of the first quarter, Neil Smith, and he's been alight in this first few minutes of the second quarter. Bounce down. Forward pocket from Motowari. Good hit down from Eastern Suburbs. Head towards the fence, but they've had a flying shot at the goal.
Great goal.
It's bounced on its end. You wouldn't believe it. And it'd be rushed through from behind, or is it out of bounds? It's gone through for one behind.
Gee,
rushed.
A great attempt to score there for the Motowari side from the grandstand side, and I thought it was going to bounce through, but it stood on its end, and that came off the boot there of Neil Smith.
Well, he's been in everything this first opening 4 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. As Shane O'Brien, the fullback for Eastern Suburbs, punt kicks the ball out towards half back. Picking it up the pack there was Hunter, and Hunter of Eastern Suburbs kicks the ball towards centre wing. Bottom of the pack here, throwing it out wide as Smith again. Taking it to as Matthews. Gets a hand pass further afield. Chance here for going in after the footy there is Sardal. Taps the ball further afield for his side. In goes Moran. He can't handle it. Picked up here by Big Millen. Hand pass over the top. He's found a teammate. Has to run around and kick on the left foot. Kicks the ball across the face of goal though. It's close to the boundary line out there. They'll safely see it over. And helping the ball on its way there was John Stefanowski. And it's out of bounds forward pocket with a game. Motowari in attack early in this quarter, Barry. They're doing all the attacking.
Boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Ruckman set themselves. Knocked away for Eastern Suburbs there by Perella. Down to the half-back flank it goes. A free kick has been picked out here and we'll go to Motowari. Well picked up, David, there. The throw, and the umpire agrees with you.
Well, and that was a poor effort because he had time to bend down, pick it up, and had his teammate running, and he elected to just try the slap on with two hands. You can't do that because it was a definite throw, and it's a free kick to Motowari.
Right, they come in now from about 40 metres out. The drop punt, a lovely kick, and it's gone through the middle. It split the woodwork, and that come off the boot.
Just going to pick him up in a minute if he turns.
48.
48, lovely kick too.
Seidel.
Seidel, a beauty. We'll just call him D. Seidel. We couldn't get his first name. Well done, D. Magnificent kick off the boot, and that come at the 5-minute mark. It's only point only, Barry. You've sold me up the river. The kick comes out from the fullback and O'Brien out towards half-back. Double able to grab it. Here's a chance for a Motowari player to break loose as Roberts, but the umpire's blown the whistle. I think he's going to have to come back.
Well, I was sucked in by the players in the square because all the Motowari players clapped, and I thought it had gone through, and I put my head down to mark it down as a goal and looked up.
Well, thanks very much, Barry. I expect your explanation there. Actually, I had the glasses on him trying to pick up the number, and 4 players come up and congratulated him, shook his hand. So they all thought it was a goal, but the goal umpire was the one who said it wasn't. And Lee Roberts is here with this free kick. He's been lively in this quarter too, Lee Roberts. He's just inside 50. It's a lovely long kick. It's swinging back, but not far enough. A mark down there, or is it through from behind?
1 point.
1 point only off the boot of Lee Roberts. Had enough carry, evidently, but not enough accuracy. So 1 more point to Motowari, and they're doing all the attacking, Barry.
Yes, they are. At the 6.5 minute mark of the second quarter, they moved to 2-6-18, trailing Eastern Suburbs 3-6-24 to kick out towards the grandstand side or up high, taking a great mark for Eastern Suburbs is Hunter.
Well, glad we got his name because that was a great mark by Vaughan Hunter. Kicks into the corridor there at half back, and Jared Moran, who's been lively, the little rover, went to play on now, thought about it. Now he's going to kick the ball in towards the centre of the ground. Straight up the middle he goes. Up big fist going up there, knocking away with Stiles of Motowari. Hits the turf. Handball out.
Oh, bad handball.
It went the wrong way anyway, coming away with it Morris. And Morris gets the one over the top. It's a good one too, but Dylan Smith kicks the ball in a half forward. Taking the footy here is Bert Van Bar. Bertie lines up. Bertie has kicked the goal, has he? Let's wait. It's a goal. Bert Van Bar, that's his 3rd goal. He's on fire at centre half forward. He's been very lively. He's kicked his 3rd goal at the 7 minute mark of the second quarter.
Yes, a great goal there. Great set-up back here in the centre. Intercepting the handball there was Chris Morris, and got it down forward, and Van Bar did the rest. As you say, 7.5 minutes into this, the second quarter, and Eastern Suburbs now go to 4 goals, 6-30, leading Motowari 2 goals, 6-18. There we are, the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock and the guest video production second quarter scoreboard.
Right, that was a much-needed goal too by Van Bar because it had been all Motowari in the first 6 or 7 minutes, but they got that one against the tide. Up they go when they're down. Pitt tries to get out of the centre. He can't. Players dive in on top, but they might have to ball this one up again. He's let it go. Might have been claimed high. Umpire Phil Dow says, I'll ball it up right in the centre of the ground again. We'll have second stanza, Barry.
Right, umpire Dow with the ball in the muddy centre, bounces it, goes there, tap forward for Motowari, but it's Eastern Suburbs, pick the ball up, kick it out here towards centre wing, out they come now, tapping the ball further forward here is Moran, runs onto it, gets a handball forward down to the 50 metre mark, Eastern Suburbs, taken out of his hand by Moran, gets it across where Hunter's got a chance, he overruns the ball, comes back to Moran now, comes around, screws the ball back towards the 10-yard square, up they go, and a good mark taken down there for Eastern Suburbs, and it has been taken for them by number 21, and that is Dylan Smith, and great work back here by Moran. He didn't give up, did he?
Well, if Dylan Smith kicked this, he should go down and give Moran about 3 points worth of it because he did a very good job. Had about 4 goes.
Casual.
Oh, post.
Too casual.
Oh, shocking miss by Dylan Smith.
I tell you what,
one in a grand final, I'd suggest.
I tell you what, Moran should go up and give him 3 pence worth too.
Oh, I think he should, Barry. That was a shocking miss because no pressure on the kick. Probably 22 metres out if he was that. And just 1 point the result. Bad miss. Lovely long kick in from the fullback here in Rumpf, who kicks the ball out to the defensive 50. No one able to mark. Coming out of the pack here is Janeski. Kicks it out wide down the far side of the ground. They're going in after it. Out there getting the hand pass back towards his teammate Thompson. It is going to pick this one up. Runs
well
straight through
done.
the pack does Lee Thompson and kicks Eastern Suburbs into attack, but there's no one home and fighting back. And here he is again, Neil Smith. He's everywhere. Takes the mark in defence.
Right, kicks the ball towards the centre where he's got a lead from a teammate. He handballs it across to Matthews. Matthews now kicks the ball long down towards the half-forward line. Brought to turf here. Grab for Eastern Suburbs and kicked out of defence by Rundle. Down to half-forward. Coming through strongly, though. The Motowari defenders bring the ball down here. Tap further afield. Socket off the ground by Eastern Suburbs. It comes back to Matthews. Matthews now from centre wing. Puts Motowari into attack. Down to half-forward. Over the back of the pack. It's knocked away by the defender there for Eastern Suburbs and Shane O'Brien. Handball gets Motowari going again. It comes back with handball where there's a chance here for them through the agency of Cassidy, but he's too close to the boundary line and we'll have a throw in.
Little to be claimed a little high on the tackle. Steve Cassidy looked up at the umpires as if he might get one, but wasn't the decision. And the boundary umpire, nice looking lady too, a nice throw in too, just a little bit short on it there. The ball hits the turf. Picked up here by Barry Castle of Motowari. He fires the left foot in towards the goal mouth. It's bouncing down there, running onto the football but unable to contain it. Was Trevor Anderson down there. It's gone through, I think, for one behind Barry. Just snuck in.
Yes, it has.
1 point only off the boot of Barry Castle. Waiting on the The fullback, Shane O'Brien for Eastern Suburbs. Now it's Morawari's turn to worry a bit. They haven't done enough with the wind. They started well. O'Brien kicks in out to half back.
Good mark.
There's a beautiful mark taken out here.
Ty Millen.
Is this Big Millen?
Right.
Big set of hands. Yes, Big Ty coming back. He's a chance to kick this. We saw him play in the first one day, Barry, and he kicked a lovely long goal, and that I remember distinctly, and he's a big chance with the breeze behind him to kick this one.
Yes, they need a goal here, the Morawari side, to keep him within touch of Eastern Suburbs. He comes in kicking just outside 50. A beautiful kick, but I think the wind's going to drag it back into the pocket.
There's
and
a
great mark taken down there for Morawari.
Is that Lee Roberts again, or is it number 26? Just can't pick him up there.
36
It's
it
Lee
is.
Roberts again. Yes, he's taken 3 or 4 good ones today, Barry. He might be a bit of a problem for the Eastern Suburbs side if he keeps plucking them out of the air like that.
Very difficult angle. Comes in with the banana kick. It kicks it high,
Ooh,
kicks it right across. 1 point, is it?
Point only off the boot. The way the goal umpire looked there, I thought he might have bobbed that one for a minute there. Lee Roberts, that's his second behind, and that's about his 4th good mark, though. We'll give him credit for his aerial supremacy.
Right now, waiting for the ball to come back to the fullback for the Eastern Suburbs side, and Shane O'Brien. O'Brien now goes out towards the scoreboard side of the Western Oval, keeps it low, gains 50 metres. Oh, 2 Morawari players sport each other over there. One's still down on the ground, and the umpire's going to move in and ball it up.
Just can't pick up who it is.
No
there.
talk.
He was hurt there, yeah, a bit of talking there. It was a 2-on-1 situation. They had the big chance, but no talking. It might have been Millen, I think.
Up, the boundary umpire, central umpire throws it up. Eastern Suburbs come away, kick the ball wide. Over the line it goes on the full, and the free kick to be taken over there for Morawari on half-forward flank.
Yeah, Mick Lazic put that one out on the full there. He's under a bit of pressure. I think you can forgive players for that sort of kick with the wind blowing that way. They spear the pass in towards half-forward, but it wasn't a good kick at all because McQueen wasn't paid the mark. Play on the call. Here comes the big fella. Castles crashes his way through the pack.
There's a chance.
There's a chance over the top. Kick this one, Steve Cassidy. And Steve Cassidy has bobbed it through. And Morawari get a much-needed goal. And they're back on top, Barry Walker.
Yes, he took a punt then, Cassidy. He was behind his player and the ball was coming end on end. When it hit the turf, it bounced over the defender's head, and he was sitting there smoking the cherry in the 10-yard square, turned around and put it through for a badly needed goal for the Morawari side at the 13-minute mark of the second quarter here at the Western Oval.
25 plays 31. Eastern Suburbs lead, but Morawari look the better side at the moment. They've still got about 20 minutes of this breeze to use. And I just see Steve Cassidy run up and pat big Barry Castle on the back to getting the football down to him. He broke right through that pack with sheer strength. And as you say, sitting at the back, kicking the goal, Cassidy. Bounce down to the centre. Perello goes up and wins the hit down for Eastern Suburb. The kicks come out wide. Chance for running onto the football to take the mark is Morris. And Morris has marked defensive side of centre wing for Eastern Suburbs. He kicks the ball around the flank. Good fist from behind there by the Morawari player in Styles was good discipline stuff. They're all calling for the holding the ball, but Phil Dow says, I'm going to hold it and I'm going to ball it up. Attacking side of centre wing, Eastern Suburbs slightly in attack. And we've gone 14 minutes in the second quarter of the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
Right, the bounce of the ball here on centre wing. Up they go. Grabbed out the ruck, and a free kick also going to Van Bar, is it? He took the ruck work there. Spears the pass down towards the pocket. Oh, 2 go up, and Eastern Suburbs spoil each other. Allows the defence of Morawari to come in. They chip the kick down towards the centre of the ground. Van Bar takes a mark. Plays on quickly from the 50-metre line. Kicks down towards the pocket. In front there, nearly taking the mark for the Eastern Suburbs side was Rumpf, is it, down there? No, it was number 11.
This is Hall coming out of defence here for Morawari. A quick kick from Hall goes out near the pro-alarm sign. It's close to the boundary line. Paddling the ball towards the fence there is Lazic. Goes back and gets it. He's tackled, loses the footy, dives on top. It all coming through, kicking off the ground. A Morawari player there in Dale Finn. Hand pass comes out wide by Morawari, but it's all directed. And Eastern Suburbs gather the rebound. Kick out towards the centre wing.
Oh, great mark.
Which way
Yeah, number 40.
Yes,
Morawari.
I agree with your call, but I'm just a bit worried about which way he's going to pay it. And Daniel Mortar, the son of Terry, kicks the ball towards the half-forward flank. Mark taken by his teammate in Roberts again. Roberts spares the pass into the forward line, crashing across the front and spoiling his teammate there. A Morawari player, and it allows the Eastern Suburbs to butter up, kick out over the fence, and Vaughan Hunter takes the mark.
Hunter now from centre wing, gets down towards a teammate there, put him under pressure. Roberts comes through, handballs to a running player going now. Play on the umpire calls, advantage paid here.
This is Finn. Finn with the ball. Finn kicks long. There's a blow on in front of us. Finn's kicked long down to the goal square. Mark taken back here in defence. There's a bit of a scrap on in front, right in front of the cameras here, Barry Walker. The mark is taken down there in defence. Umpire has paid the mark in 50 metres too, I might add, while the blue's going on here in front of us. And it's a bit willing in there. Big fellow in there, Ross Matthews, throwing his weight around. And see number 47 looks like Tim Hall with his jumper to 42 it is. Ashley Davis with his jumper half ripped off. But here's the kick from Eastern Suburbs defender up into the centre of the ground and taking the good mark is his teammate there.
Dylan Smith.
It's Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith kicks to centre half forward. Moran's in front. Oh, coming over the top almost to mark 2 Eastern Suburbs. Kick it off the ground is the order of the day for Simon Davis. He couldn't get the foot on it. Kicked off the ground by Seidel. Goes out wide. Running onto the football, it might have been
Eastern Suburbs. Thompson it was. Kicks down to half forward. Here it comes out of defence though with Motawari. The handball gets them out of trouble. They kick from half back line out here towards the centre wing. A race for the ball now on centre wing. Grabbed here. Oh, too high. Was the tackle on?
The back, he's been paid and it might be on again here. That was Ross Matthews kicking the ball out of defence again. He's played well there for Motawari. Short kick round the line, looking for Vaughan Hunter. And Hunter's going to steady things down. Both sides need to get back on the footy now. They're getting a bit man-hungry here. As Hunter kicks the ball, not a particularly good one. It bounces, eludes about 7 players. But gathering the football well as Stiles. Stiles kicks for touch and Stiles finds touch right in front of the commentary position, centre wing. We've gone 16 and a half minutes in the second quarter. And Eastern Suburbs still hold that lead, Barry.
Yes, they do. Right here at the interchange bench, the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Ruckman set themselves. Up they go. Motawari get the tap out. Goes forward for him. Pitch comes bursting his way through. Fends off a opponent. Kicks down to half forward. Oh, great mark taken down here for Eastern Suburbs by Smith. Smith now from just inside to centre square. Drives the ball forward looking for Van Bar. Up they go. It's brought to turf at the front of the pack. Moran taps it further afield. Motawari come away in defence. Have 1 bounce. They can have 2 bounce. Well shepherded. Kick the ball round here to centre wing. Chipping in though for Eastern Suburbs. Getting a handball out there was Zulik. His handball's intercepted though. They rush it across the line and we'll have a throw in. And it's on again.
Might have a box on again. A little bit of slipper work there I saw. Barry Walker.
Free kick.
Goodness gravy, you don't like to see that slipper work. How the umpire's going to pay the free kick.
And it's going to Motawari and going to Klug.
Going to Klug. The player that came down the ground there was McGuinness for Motawari and then butted up and laid the tackle to force the ball in. This kick comes towards half forward, centre wing rather. Mark taken here by Castle. Got the hand pass across to a teammate who was claimed a bit high. Barry, do you think?
Yes, he was.
And he's going to take the free kick, and this is Davis. Said you got to go back behind your mark. I'll blame the time on. Standing the mark there, Peter Canellis. And Davis now goes back and hand passes immediately, but it wasn't a good one. Put the stretch on his teammate there in Dale Finn, who couldn't pick it up. And Eastern Suburbs a chance to get it out of defence here. They do, and they run it well. This looks like a little Thompson. Is it coming down the ground? He's tackled. Holding the ball for mine. Phil Dower says holding the ball. Barry Walker says holding the ball.
Now it's going the other way.
And now he's taking it off him. Well, we didn't see what that was for. Barry, can you explain?
No, I can't. Anyway, Thompson with the ball now for Eastern Suburbs. Kicks the ball towards the pocket. Up they fly. Over the heads of the players. Chance here for Matthews. Is it for Motawari? He bursts his way through. Good play. Kicks the ball out here towards a half-back flank. A race for the ball now. The bounce favours Eastern Suburbs. Hunter. Hunter gets a quick kick down towards the half-forward line. Moran runs onto it for Eastern Suburbs. Traps the ball. Well sidestep. Unfortunately slips. Drops the ball for mine. He put it on the turf. Matthews comes through for Motawari. Gets a handball to his teammate now. Gets a kick down here to centre wing, but coming in taking the mark is Rundle.
She's playing well down there. Ross Matthews in defence. He's held him up time and time again. Rundle kicks the ball towards half.
Good mark, Van Bar.
Across Van Bar. Judged that one to perfection and plucked her out of the air. And he'll go back and have his shot for goal. He's got 3-1 on the board, and Barry, the way he's kicked, you'd nearly back him in.
Yes, this is the difference at the moment. Eastern Suburbs, when they go forward, they've got a focal point in Van Bar. As you say, he's kicked 3, and I feel that this is the difference between the two sides. Van Bar now comes in with the kicks. Good kick, no worries
at all. That's his 4th goal on the board. Good effort from Big Bert Van Bar. He's been a focal point up there, as you said, Barry. He leads well, he gives them the option, and of course his kicking's been spot on. 4 goals, 1. Keeps that up, he's going to wind up with about 8 goals for the day, and that'll be a pretty big performance, and that will win him the game if he can keep going at this rate. 19
minutes into this, the second quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Rocky out there for all your trophy needs. Now it's come to the end of the season. Call in and see Rocky at Coria Village. Guest video production, second quarter scoreboard, Motawari 26, trailing Eastern Suburbs 37. Right now, the ball back in the centre. Down to turf it goes. That's a better bounce. Up they fly. Eastern Suburbs get the tap down. Grabbed here by Rundle. He throws the ball out. Yes, Good umpiring. The free kick to be taken in the centre of the ground for Motowari by Davis. Davis is kicked down to half forward. Comes to turf down there. Tap further forward for the Motowari side. Going in there is Neil Smith. He can't do anything with it. Oh, good play from Eastern Suburbs. Kick the ball out here towards centre wing. Eastern Suburbs pick it up now through the agency. Hunter. Is it Hunter's handball over the top? Puts his teammate in all sorts of trouble, but bad play there by Davis has given away the free kick, and it'll be taken by Chris Morris.
Didn't think there was much in that, but the umpire did. He was a fair way from the play when he gave that decision. And here's Chris Morris, centre wing, kicks towards half forward, inside half forward now for Eastern Suburbs. Van Bar up, not able to mark, hitting the turp and coming out with the footy here. Drago. Golubovic lines up on the right foot. There's Drago. He's stopped it. It's a beauty. Great goal, kick by Drago Golubovic. He's on target now. He kicked 3 points straight to start the game, Barry, but he's now kicked 2 goals straight, and he's been lively in their forward line when the big fella Van Bar hasn't been able to grab the footy.
Yes, 21 minutes into this, the second quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Another goal to the Eastern Suburbs side, and they're giving themselves a little bit of leeway here at the moment. There we are, 21 minutes into the quarter, where we see Eastern Suburbs 41, Motowari 26 on the guest video production scoreboard.
17 points the difference, and they've come back at the footy better after the bit of a fight, I think, and that's one of the keys to it. Back into the centre they go, pushing the ball out wide. Roberts might get a free kick.
He has.
Plays on with it, punches it on the ground once, twice in about 3 metres. Could have run a bit further than that. Spears a pass into half forward, but it wasn't a good kick. Cassidy was behind on that occasion, and coming out, James Vag takes the mark. Vag, just in the defensive 50, will favour the grandstand side of the ground. He does. Kicks towards Roberts, goes up, can't mark. Moran was the spoiler. Kick off the ground here by Eastern Suburbs. It spills free, and here's Ashley Davis running onto it. Got time to steady, but he's to run down on the tackle there. Picked up on a hand pass, comes across to Moran, and Moran boots Eastern Suburbs into attack, and he's found his teammate Barry, and his teammate is Drago Golubovic.
Right, Golubovic now from the centre of the ground, kicks the ball long down towards the forward line, over the back of the pack. It's picked up here for Eastern Suburbs. Running onto it now, we find as Smith comes out wide. Handball back now, puts Eastern Suburbs under pressure. Good defensive play so far by the Motowari side, bottling this ball up down there, and they receive a free kick. Put their body on the line, and the free kick's taken by Darren McGuinness, playing his 100th game here today in the grand final. He's kicked down towards half-back flank. Motowari run onto the ball now. Oh, they've gone without it. Diving in there for Eastern Suburbs is number 45, Zulik. He takes a free kick, runs across half forward now. Oh, kicks into the man coming towards him, Klug. It comes out here towards centre wing. He's back onto it now. It's picked up here for Eastern Suburbs. A chip around the corner, and the mark's been taken for them here by Chris Morris. Morris kicking from just outside 50. Comes in. A nice kick too, down towards the 10-yard square. Van Bar sets himself, knocked away by the defender down there of Motowari, and over the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in.
Good effort there from Rumpf to get the fist onto that one. Van Bar looked a chance to mark, but good play by Rumpf drifting across and knocking it out of his hands. Boundary throw in right next to the behind post. Eastern Suburbs have fought back. They looked the better side. Now this game's been topsy-turvy. Ball punched towards the fence. No one able to pick it up. Kick it off the ground here for Motowari. Couldn't do so. The player there in Rumpf was dragged down to the tackle. Oh, there's a throw out. Comes out here to Moran. Moran gets the foot onto it. Kicks it across to his teammate here in Carey. Carey gets it back to another teammate, Drago. He's way offline this time. Out of bounds on the full.
Right now, the kick
Actually,
to be...
it was Peter Canellos, that one. I'm sorry, Drago, you're on target. Peter Canellos was the one right offline with a left foot snap.
Right now, waiting for Motowari through Styles, is it, to bring this ball back into a attack. Kicks the ball down here towards their half-back line. Oh, up high there. Couldn't take the mark for Eastern Suburbs. It's a handball out, but a free kick's been picked out, and we'll go to Ross Matthews. He's playing a great game for the Motowari side here.
He certainly is. And
this afternoon.
Phil Dower is not letting this game get out of hand, Barry. As soon as there's anything in a pack, he's pinning it, and he's not letting them start fighting again. Good umpiring as he kicks the ball across. Wasn't particularly good there, because getting up in front was Harvey. Harvey gets the ball out. Here's a chance for the big fella there to kick the ball further as Canellos. Canellos goes down into the forward line. That's Drago down there, I think, having a pot shot. He's offline 1 point only.
He's a live wire down there in that forward line for the Eastern Suburbs side, David.
My goodness, if he'd have kicked straight, we'd have had him on top of the world at the moment. He's got 2 goals for, and could have done a bit better.
Right, the kick in from fullback goes out to the far side half-back flank where its mark's been taken by Janetsky over there. Plays on quickly, gives it across to Roberts, trying his hardest here for the Mottawarri side. He's kicked down to half forward. Here's a chance for him now to run onto it. Davis it is. Picks the ball up over on the half forward line. He's collared, has to handball it. Intercepted here by the Eastern Suburbs defenders. Kicked the ball in towards the centre looking for Moran. The ball skids through the centre. Moran gets a hand to it. Coming through though for the Mottawarri side there is Klug. He's intercepted. The ball spills free. It's picked up here for the Eastern Suburb side by Canellis. He's kicked down to half forward. In front, Mottawarri couldn't take the mark. At the ground level, it's picked up though for Eastern Suburbs by Morris. He's long kick towards the 10-yard square. Oh, Van Bar grabs it. Here's another chance. Drops the ball when caught for mine. Drago runs onto it. He drops the ball too.
Come on, by the whistle, umpire.
Picked up here by Matthews in defence for the Mottawarri side. He's kicked down here towards centre wing. A race for the ball now. Over the line it goes before the players could get to it, and we'll have a throw in on centre wing. And I thought there was 2 or 3 free kicks down there in that forward line, but I suppose if you miss the first, you don't give the second or the third.
They should have given that second one. That was red hot. The second one, I had the first, but the second one was red hot. And Anderson couldn't gather that into boundary, showing right in front of the commentary position as the lady boundary umpire gets set to put it back in a play. And she hooks this one a little bit to the left. Up they go. Comes down towards Canellis coming through the pack. Can't pick it up. Does this time. Eludes a tackle while he's on the ground. Well played, the big fella in Peter Canellis, but the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds. Another boundary throw in, just slightly in the Eastern Suburbs attacking zone. We've gone 26 minutes of the second quarter, and the tempers are still frayed out there. I see Neil Smith having a bit of an argument with his opponent in Vaughan Hunter as the boundary umpire throws it back in. At the back it goes, running onto the football. It's Matthews with strength. Hunter intercepts, and Hunter kicks the ball back by the Eastern Suburbs side. Crashing out of defence was McGuinness. Umpires coming in. Let's wait on this one. It might be a ball up decision. Darren McGuinness put his body on the line that time and held the play up at half back.
Right now, bounce of the ball, half forward flank here this afternoon. Down it goes to turf. Up the ruckman go. Eastern Suburbs get the advantage. Tap it down, but it's Matthews again in defence for Mottawarri. Bursts his way through. A little chip kick. Oh, a player should have gone for the ball. He turned his back on it there in the centre wing for Mottawarri. Comes out, Canellis picks the ball up. His handball goes to Kerry. It goes down where Kerry couldn't take it, but it's coming back because Canellis was dumped after he got rid of the handball.
Well, I would think that Ross Matthews would be pretty annoyed with his centre line players and half forwards. He keeps punting the ball out and they won't grab a hold of it. And here's Peter Canellis. Kicks a beautiful long bomb right up high looking for Van Bar, but going across Styles, dribbling across for Mottawarri. Got the fist on it and put it right over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in, probably midway between forward pocket, half forward flank. Eastern Suburbs in attack.
There's the siren.
And the siren has gone. Well, that one went 28 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. And a good quarter for Eastern Suburbs, Barry. They were able to, they looked in all sorts of trouble early in that quarter with Mottawarri kicking a goal quickly and having plenty of the play, but they were able to fight back and steady after the bit of the fight and take control once more.
Yes, fairly good standard of football. The pressure's on out there. The Mottawarri half-back line is playing quite well, but when they get the ball up to the centre, to the half-forward flank, they seem to struggle unless Roberts can do it for them up there. Roberts is a focal point, but when Eastern Suburbs go into attack, they've got Van Bar at centre half-forward, and he's just the difference for mine. As we see the half-time scoreboard, Mottawarri 3-8-26, Eastern Suburbs 6 goals, 7-43 goal kickers, David, up till half-time.
That's actually 6 goals, 8 there, Scotty. It might be 6-8-44 for Eastern Suburbs. Goal kickers to half-time. The goal kickers for Mottawarri, I've got 1 to Ty Millen. I've got 1 to Steve Cassidy and 1 to Seidel, is it? Or is it in fact Anderson? Anderson. It was Trevor Anderson. And whilst for Eastern Suburbs, Bert Van Bar has kicked 4 and Drago Golubovic has kicked 2.
Better players probably up till half-time for Mottawarri. I thought Jeff Klug's playing quite well. Steve Janetsky's doing his bit. Lee Roberts is playing quite well also. Ashley Davis is very determined around the ground, and I forgot him too. Ross Matthews is probably the best player on the ground for Mottawarri. Looking at Eastern Suburbs, Jared Moran's doing a lot of hard work in the first 2 quarters. Hunter played quite well in that second quarter, as did Canellis. Going a bit further down, Brendan Pitt started off quite well, but he drifted out of it in that second quarter. Van Bar at centre half forward has played 2 good quarters for him, and Drago Golubovic down in the forward pocket, he's also done his bit down there. Just before we go to the half-time break, I'd just like to give the GDFL a plug for their record here this afternoon for the grand final. There's the front cover of the record for the grand final game here this afternoon in the club colours of the Division 2 grand finalists, seniors and seconds, and I think that is a great production. And if we just have a look a bit further into the program here, the scoreboard that they have also got in the middle page, I think is a great effort for a record here in country football, and I think a few of the other leagues should take a leaf out of their book, because a little bit of thought has gone into this program here this afternoon, and well done. I think Billy Cedar and Tom Phillips are the boys that have got it together, and well done, fellas, because I think it's a great PR work and a great record.
Certainly is, Barry. Very impressive, and congratulations to the GDFL on their work. And as we leave you at half-time, it's 26 plays 44 on the guest video scoreboard. It is 3 goals the difference, and Eastern Suburbs are in control. We'll be back shortly with the second half.